Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Championship Week, or I guess you're trying to avoid the toilet bowl. Welcome to that as well. But yeah, we're just gonna start answering some questions, going through. We got a lot of injuries this week. We don't have a lot of games left as of right now since we've had 4 played. So it should be an interesting one. I know if you're like me, you're down bad. Brian Thomas playing in some Florida thunderstorms. You got Tyreek Hill with no Tua. I got Devonta Smith playing with no Jalen Hurts. Hello, Lucas. Avery, what's up? Glad you guys could join us on this last week of the year that we'll be out here. Sports and Outdoors with Jace. Hello, good morning. But yeah, we're gonna dive right on into it. Because like I said, it's the last week. So anytime touchdown parlays, who do I like for today? Devontae Adams is a big one. I know weather's not great in Buffalo, but Rodgers is searching for that 500th touchdown. He's going to be looking Devontae's way. I like Bucky Irving to score. I think Mike Evans is a good one. Jonathan Taylor. I'm just throwing out guys that I think are good bets. And then you can do with it as you want. Saquon, obviously, a great one. Browns, I've Jerome Ford if you want a little further out one. Tyjae Spears if you want a little further out one. I like Jefferson to score in this one. But any of those guys, I would throw into those. Make sure you go do it on an underdog and use code FELLAS when you do. Help us out a little bit over here. But let's see. Avery, glad to hear it in the fantasy championship. That's what we like to see. Can I help you out? Jacoby Myers, Juwan Jennings in PPR. So this week I'm gonna actually take Juwan Jennings. I don't know if you guys heard about the Raiders situation. Their plane didn't take off, and so they didn't get a plane till like 3 a.m. Just a little bit wonky. And then Detroit's given up the most points to fourth most points to fantasy wide receivers this season. So I'm gonna go big with Juwan Jennings there. Jay, you're welcome. Hope some of those helps. Let me know what you decide to go with. Hopefully that you like some of the names that I threw out there. Ridley or Mooney today. So this one's tough, right? Both are supposed to have bad weather, like bad weather. And it's just like, which way do you want to go? I'm going to take the guy I like more. I'm going to take Ridley in this one. But definitely could be tough either way. Could, both be rained so bad that you don't even, we don't even know what's going on. ETN, Downs, or McMillan. I'm going to go Downs with Joe Flacco in. We saw it from Downs earlier. I think he's back now. I'm going to go with Downs for sure there. Bills defense and Eagles defense. Who you going? I'm going to go with the Eagles defense here. Yep. I'm not going to spend too much time on that one. Just playing Cooper Rush at home. I like Philly. Full PPR, trust Jonnu or pivot to Hawkinson, Kincaid, or Chig. I personally would go Hawk here, but I don't think you can go wrong either way. Jonnu just worries me a little bit with no Tua in this week. Hubbard and Pollard out, that just stinks. Yep. But yeah, no, I'm facing a guy who lost Kenneth Walker, Tony Pollard, Chuba Hubbard, and David Njoku in one day, and I might still lose. So that's how my championship week is going so far. Cheetah or Neighbors? I'm gonna go with Neighbors this week. I don't really trust the Cheetah, even though I am, like I said, I'm having a rough go of it. I'm starting him in 3 championship games, and so I don't. You probably don't have a choice, but if you have to pick between the two, I'm gonna go Neighbors there. You still playing next week? You're still playing in week 18? You need to talk to that commissioner and have them change it. I don't even know who Joe Mixon's playing next week. I haven't even looked. Titans? Yes, I think he's still a start. But talk to your commissioner. Do not play week 18. Be done week 17. Otherwise, you're going to have like all your Chiefs players are going to be sitting next week. Good morning, baseball shorts. Thanks for coming back. Tough spot in the chip with Chuba out. Pick 3.5. You got Neighbors, Wilson, Hill, Spears. I'm going to go with the first three. I know Spears gets full backfield. I know it could be good, but it's also, Mason Rudolph, a quarterback in a monsoon. I just don't want to trust that team. Jonnu Smith or George Kittle. Go George Kittle. For sure, go George Kittle. Of 40 right now, he has Josh Allen, Brees, Drake, Brock, Adam Thielen, and defense. I have Gibbs. I'm on Ra. You're gonna need some things to fall your way. If he's got Brock, Josh, Brees, going. I know you got Gibbs and Amon Ra, but you're gonna need some stuff to break your way. I think. Who would you bench out of Saquon Taylor, Bucky, or James Cook? That's a great question. I honestly think I'm gonna bench James Cook. As crazy as that is, and it might be the wrong decision. I don't think you can go wrong. I think all four are going to be awesome this week. So, good spot to be in. I'd bench James Cook, but you could convince me Bucky. You could convince me Taylor. You're starting Saquon is the only one for sure. Jonnu Smith or George. I think I already answered that one. Brian Thomas or Devonta Smith. Another one I'm battling with right now. I'm going to stick with Brian Thomas because he's been so hot, even in bad weather. Both got backup quarterbacks in, so I'm going to stick with Brian Thomas. But that's one I'm also going back and forth. Eagles are 0-4 without Hurts. It makes sense. Do they win this week? I don't know. Do they probably keep it closer after the Washington game last week? Yeah, I think so. I think that defense kind of bears down a little bit. Rolling out Garendo or AJ Brown. I'm still going AJ Brown there. Detroit's been one of the best teams against the run this season. And AJ Brown showed last week that he can still perform even with Kenny Pickett. Might not be pretty, but he still can. Wow, we are spamming the chat, guys. If I've already answered your question, you don't need to put it in another 15 times. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where we're at here. Pick one, AJ Brown, Adam Thielen, or Neighbors. I am going to go with AJ Brown. Darnold or Goff, 6-point passing touchdown. I'm going to go with Darnold this week. I'm going to roll with him. He's been hot. I'm going to go with that. Downs or Myers in a non-PPR league. I'm still going to go Downs there. Jennings or Debo. I'm going to go with Jennings. I think I'm not. Debo had a great week last week. It was awesome. I'm not trusting him the way he's been all year. It's been gross. Want nothing to do with it. Jennings is leading this team in targets from the wide receiver position. So yeah, I'm going to go with Jennings. Let's see. Josh Allen, Sam Darnold. You got to go Josh Allen. Never bench Josh Allen under any circumstances. Never bench Josh Allen. Neighbors or Achane. I'm still going to go with Achane. I'm still going to go with Achane. Let's see. Kraft or Chig this week. I'm going to go with Chig. Let's see. We got Jennings or Spears in half PPR. I think I'm going to lean Jennings still. I think Spears could be fine. I think it could be gross. I think Jennings has a better chance. The Lions giving as much points as they are. Weather's not supposed to be a factor in that game. So I'm going to go Juwan Jennings. Thielen or McMillan. I'm going to go Thielen, even in standard. Just trust him to get more volume. Trust him, trust the yards to add up. This is a good question right here, Chris. I like this one a lot. Josh Downs or Tyreek Hill, because Tyreek, we've seen it. It's been gross when they've had a backup. Obviously, Tyler Huntley now has had a couple more multiple more weeks in this offense to learn it, to get better with it. No Jalen Waddle. So he's really the only person they can lean on. Tyreek is him and HN, I guess Jonnu, since he's been getting more volume than Tyreek. But I think I'm going to lean Downs just because we've seen it with Joe Flacco. You need points in the championship game. I still think he gives you decent upside. So I'm going to go Downs over Tyreek Hill, which is crazy to say. But with no Tua, I think that's what I'm going to do. Hall or Spears, go Breece Hall. Bills just don't have the greatest run defense. I think Breece Hall started looking more like himself last week. What we saw pre-injury. So I think that's, where I'm going to lean here. But yeah, I'm going to go Hall over Spears. Jennings or McMillan. Kevin, I'm going to go Jennings with this one. Aaron Rodgers and Mason Rudolph. I'm going to go Aaron Rodgers. I have no faith in Mason Rudolph. I've said it a couple times. It's going to be really gross weather there. I just want to read you. Matt FF on FF Dynasty on Twitter. Great follow. He puts out a weather report every single day. This is what he said. He said, I'm going to be completely honest here. I don't know how to call this one. Florida storms are hard to predict, so nailing down the timing of these is hard. There's possible storms throughout the day and a likely storm passing through early, bringing with it possible downpours, potentially heavy at times, and wind speeds that will hit higher as the rain moves by. They're expecting 15 mile per hour winds with 25 to 30 mile an hour gusts. There's also potential that this game gets delayed a little bit due to lightning, due to potential tornado warnings in the area. So definitely could be very interesting to watch. I think it tampers everybody in that game. And when Mason Rudolph's not a great start to begin with, not going to go that way. Neighbors are Amon-Ra. I have Gibbs and Amon. I'd still go Amon-Ra. I don't think you can pivot off of him. The Giants have just looked so bad with Drew Lock or Tommy DeVito. I don't even know who's starting this week. Whoever it is, it's not good. It is much worse than Jared Goff with Amon-Ra. So I'm going to go for sure Amon-Ra there. Keep dropping your questions. Let me know if you guys like any plays you like this week, any touchdown scores we like, over on yards, under on yards. I was thinking about taking a lot of unders on that Titans-Jags game over on Underdog Fantasy. Promo code fellas. But I just don't want to mess with it. I think that's kind of what I learned with weather. If we know weather's going to be bad, I just don't mess with the game. Avery, you're welcome. Brian Robinson Jr., Mooney, or Garendo. Let's see. BTJ's got the Falcons, or not BTJ. Brian Robinson Jr.'s got the Falcons. Garendo's got the Lions. And Mooney's got so that Commanders-Falcons game also supposed to have bad weather. I think I'm going to lean Garendo because we know he's got for sure volume in a game that's not going to be impacted by weather. Lions are a tough matchup, but I think he's going to get enough receiving work if it doesn't happen, especially if it's PPR. If it's PPR for sure, Garendo. If it's half, then maybe we start leaning towards Mooney a little bit. Colts defense or Cowboys defense? I'm going to go Colts defense. I think the Cowboys, I know it's Kenny Pickett, but you're still playing Saquon Barkley. And Saquon Barkley could have 330 yards, break the record today. So I'm going to go with the Colts defense. A.J. Brown or Jawan Jennings? I'm still going to go A.J. Brown. I like Jawan Jennings this week, but still going to go A.J. Brown. Chig or Jonnu Smith? Go Jonnu Smith. They're still going to use him, even with Tyler Huntley in. Hopes and thoughts for Darnold. My hope is he comes out, has 400 yards and 5 tutties. But my thoughts is he's, I assume he's probably going to bring in about 18 fantasy points, put up just around 250 yards, probably get 2 tutties, do a little bit on the ground here and there. That's kind of my thought for where Darnold's at. Today maybe throws a pick. But yeah, I think he's going to be right around that 18 fantasy points. Chig or Hawk? I'm going to go Hawk there. Dobbs, Chig, or Blackshear? See, this is the question I like, Eli, because this is where we're at this week with all these injuries coming out. This is the grossness that we're getting into. I'm going to still take Romeo Dobbs. Christian Watson's supposed to be out. Minnesota just does not have the pass defense. Unfortunately, my Vikes just don't hold it up on the back end, so I'm going to go Dobbs there. Spencer Rattler or Cooper Rush? I really hope that you're in a two quarterback league there, Mitchell, because if not, and that's your single quarterback, we are getting gross with it. If I got to pick, I'm going to go Spencer Rattler. But it's gross. Cooper Rush doesn't have CeeDee Lamb. So that could be really rough really quick. Tampa defense or Indy defense? I'm going to go with the Indy defense. Carolina's been playing pretty decent, so I'm just not going to trust it. Let's see. Madison or Tyjae Spears or Tank Bigsby or Travis Etienne? I'm going to go Tyjae Spears. He's the only one that's guaranteed, consistent volume. And so he's going to take it. I'm going to take it there. Jacksonville does not got a big defense. Not big, not a great defense. So I'm going to definitely go Tyjae Spears in that one. I'm going to take Garendo over Brian Robinson Jr. Baker or Goff, also Debo or Jonnu. I'm going to go Baker. There. And then Debo or Jonnu. Jonnu's been killing it, but got the backup. I'll probably go Debo in that situation. Probably go Debo there. Devonta Smith or Jacoby Myers. I'm still going to lean Devonta Smith. Still going to go lean Devonta Smith over Jacoby Myers there. Malik Neighbors, Devon Achane. Probably Neighbors. I might have said Achane earlier. They're right next to each other for me. Really is preferential, I think, on those two. Both just got not great odds going for them. Decent matchups. I think I'm going to lean Neighbors right now, but ask me in 5 minutes and I might say Devon Achane. What do you think? Down by 14, he has Daniels, Abdullah, Evans, a kicker, groupie. I got Bijan, Jacobs, Hall. You should win that with those three alone. So, yeah, you should be good, Josh. But anything can happen. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, I echo that sentiment. This is the big one. It's the only week that matters. So, good luck. Yeah, no, I feel that. Chuba, Alvin, CD out. Wicks, Chager, Blackshear. Oh, how disgusting. Blackshear is probably my best bet. But it's gross. I'd close your eyes. Wouldn't turn on the game. Hope for the best. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Let's see. Dowdle, flying flex, Spears and Bijan are my other. I have Tyreek. I would start Tyreek over Dowdle this week against the Philly defense. I would. I don't think Dowdle is my sit of the week. I would start Tyreek even with Huntley in there. Yeah, we just hear the same thing over and over. Hubbard, Kamara, Walker, you're feeling great. My running backs look good. And now you're like, well, okay, who am I going to go with? Bigsby, Abdullah, Blackshear. Probably going to go Bigsby out of the nah. I'm going to stick with Abdullah. I'm going to ride the hot hand there. I'm going to hope that he gets that receiving work. That's who I'm going to go with. Tank would be my second. I think Blackshear's third for me. I'm still going to go Rashad in this situation, though. I'm still going to go Rashad here. I think him and Bucky both have great days against this Panthers defense. Jennings or Debo, Jacobs or Hall. I'm going to go Jennings for sure. So here's my thing. Jacobs has been on a tear. I don't think you can sit him. But Breece Hall has the much better matchup. I think I'm still going to lean Jacobs against the Vikings because he's just been so good. They've used him so much. But I don't blame you for going Breece at the same time. Jordan Addison or Devonta Smith, got to go Jordan Addison. He's been on fire as well. Can't sit him. No way. Jair Alexander's out in that game. He's dodging Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. No, I'm just kidding. Won't comment on the injury. It's just a little jab we throw. It's all in good fun. Jonnu Smith or Sam Laporta. I'm still going to go Jonnu there. Jonnu Kincaid, Foster. I'm going to go Jonnu. Is the Miami D still the play with Tua out? I'd probably pivot to the Colts just because Cleveland could have the ball the entire game. So I'm going to probably pivot to the Colts there. Can't play Aubrey. Let's see. I'd still probably play Brandon Aubrey. Still probably lean there for your kicker. Let's see. Ferguson, Kraft, Durham, or Ertz. Probably Ferguson. I think he's by default going to get more volume this week. So chase the volume there. Chase the volume. Spears or Tracy. Go Spears, I get. It's so gross. I'm going to say Spears. Tracy could be the right start. I don't think you get crazy volume from either. In this case, I'd go Tracy over Madison and Blackshear for sure. Hawk or Chig, I'm going to go Hawk. Josh Downs or Drake London or Adam Thielen, half PPR. Man, let's see. Let's look at that weather report quick. Got 10 mile an hour winds, 20, 25 mile an hour gusts. Rain is likely. I'm still going to take Drake London, I think, in this, even in poor weather. Jonnu or Chig, I'm going to go Jonnu. Purdy or Sam Darnold? I'm gonna lean Sam Darnold. This is a big game. He's been playing really well. Um, I think Purdy's got a pretty decent matchup with the Lions, but we've seen a couple times where the bottom just looks like it falls out on this team, this 49ers team. They have nothing to play for. So that's why I'm going to stick with Darnold at home in the Dome. All righty. McMillan or Downs. I'm going to go Downs, Steve. Colts or Minnesota. Go the Colts defense. See, this Vikings-Packers game is one of those where it's like, yeah, it's a divisional game. Could be low scoring, but it could also be like we saw last time where it's 30-29, 35-31, something like that. And I wouldn't want either defenses in that game. Hawk there. I'll go Hog. I'm Hawk. Jonnu Kraft or Ertz. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go Jonnu for sure. Let's see. I have Hill, Jonnu, Achane. Can I still play all of them with 2 out? Other options would be Coker over Hill. Yeah, I'm still taking Hill over Coker. It stinks. I mean, it's just the way it is when you lose quarterbacks like that. Feeling good coming to the week. You didn't even realize 2 is probably going to be out, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, he's not playing. So yeah, I'm still leaning with all those guys over Coker, but definitely not ideal to say the least. Bucky or Cook, can't decide. This is a good one. This is a good problem to have, right? I think both are going to be very good this week. I'm going to lean Bucky still. We saw what he did against Panthers defense last time. I know Rashad White's playing in this game, so it's a little bit different, but I still think you got to fire up Bucky. I just don't think you can go against him. But at the same time, Cook's been playing very well. Cook's been, scoring touchdowns, so he'd be a hard one to have. Let's see. Got to replace CeeDee Lamb, Alec Pierce, Dontavian Wicks. Man. Mr. Brooklyn, I'm sorry. That's a tough spot to be in. I'm probably going to go Pierce there. Just throw the dart throw. Hope that they, hit something. But yeah, I'm probably going to go Pierce. Let's see. You got Adams, Thielen, Neighbors. Also, who should I start on defense, Raiders or Cowboys? So in order of the first 3, I'm going to order them Adams, then Neighbors, then Thielen. Who should you start on defense, Raiders or Cowboys? I'm going to take the Raiders instead of the Cowboys for sure. Even though they're playing Kenny Pickett, Saquon, right? Like I said, he could go break the single game record this week because they're just going to rely on him. He's chasing the single season record. Like, I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but he could have a tremendous day against this defense and just ruin anything you thought you had. Pick one of the flex. Bowers, Hall, Ford. Ooh. Bowers probably the right pick. Why is he at your flex? He should only be at your flex if you've already played like Kelsey or if you have Kittle or McBride. But yeah, I'd probably go Bowers, Brees, Ford, which is crazy. But yeah, Bowers been unreal. Devonta Smith or Jalen McMillan. I'm going to go Devonta Smith there. Let's see. Chig or Bowers. This one's not very close. I'm going to go Bowers. Raiders defense, Miami defense. I'm going to stick with the Raiders defense just because Tyler Huntley out there, right? They could play fine, or it could be 3 and out. Browns offense is not good, but they just get enough opportunities where they're scoring. Okay, yeah, have McBride. That makes sense. Yeah, I'd probably go Bowers in that situation. But Brees is right behind him, probably equal to. Achane or Madison on PPR, still taking Achane. Chig or Ertz, I'm going to go Chig there. McLaurin, Shakir, Devon. You got to go McLaurin. McLaurin's got to be a lineup lock for sure. Got to be a lineup lock. Brees Hall or Tajay Spears. Got to go. I'm going Brees Hall still. Going Brees Hall for sure. All right, guys, I got about 5 more minutes today, and then I'm going to head out. About 5 more minutes. So if you got any more questions, make sure you throw them in here. Let's go win that championship. If we're looking for like anytime touchdown scores, I know that a couple people have asked about that. Guys I really like today. Bucky, Brees. I like JT a lot. Jefferson, as always. Looking later, Gibbs for sure. I know they don't got the greatest odds. Saquon, I like. If you want more wide receivers, Mike Evans, Devontae Adams, I like a lot. Rodgers shooting for that 500th touchdown. Probably going to go to Adams early to try to get it. AJ Brown's always a good threat. I actually like Josh Downs a lot as more of a sneaky one. I like Romeo Dobbs as more of a sneaky one as well. So those are just some guys I like as the anytime touchdowns. But yeah, if you want, I got a long shot parlay for you if you want that too over on Underdog Fantasy. I'll answer this question first, and then I'll read it to you. It's not supposed to be great weather in this game, so it's a little worrisome, but I don't think it's too far out of the realm of possibilities. Adam Thielen or Ridley. I'm gonna take Adam Thielen there. So my long shot one is Brees over 90 rushing yards. Devontae Adams to score a rushing and a receiving touchdown, and Josh Allen throw over 280 passing yards. That's a times 150 over on Underdog right now for those three. I don't know. Give it a shot. That's where I'm at. I'm hoping to hit it big. That's kind of my game plan as I decide what my unit is. Throw out one or two of those normal ones and then do a half unit on a big one. So trying to break even with the normal ones. And then the big one to hit every once in a while to kind of really up the score. McLaughlin or Magnus. Magnus. Who am I missing? Magnus. Why can I not think of this? Someone help me out. Are you meaning McManus? Or no, you're meaning McLaughlin. I'm going to go McLaughlin. I don't know who Magnus is. I'm missing something there. What am I missing? Magnus NFL. All right. Oh, McManus. So you want McManus? Oh, so kickers. I'd go McManus. Josh Allen or Jaden Daniels. Gonna still go Josh Allen. I don't think you can ever sit Josh Allen. I don't care who your other quarterback is. But yeah, I'm for sure gonna go Josh Allen there. Devontae Adams or Mike Evans. Go Devontae Adams. Personally, that's where I'd go. Mike Evans, not a bad start as well. I probably would try to start both, honestly, but I'd lean Devontae over Mike. Chig, Dobbs, or Kincaid. I'm gonna go Dobbs in that situation. No Christian Watson playing against a bad Minnesota pass defense. Gonna go Dobbs. All right, we got about 2 more minutes. So if you got any more questions, make sure you throw those in there. Answer those. Hopefully we can go win a championship today. Downs or Thielen? I'm gonna go with Downs. Gonna go with Downs there. Just Joe Flacco being back. We saw how he performed earlier this season with Flacco. He looked like he could be a high-end wide receiver too with Flacco in there. So yeah, I'm gonna go there. JT or Mike Evans, gonna still go JT there. So yeah, no, you're right, Sarah. That's good. It's a good call. Do I think Evans will get 1,000 yards? I think they're gonna do everything they can to get him there. But obviously they're still in the playoff hunt. So they're not gonna do right. They're gonna win the game first. But I think if Baker's got to make a decision on who his hot read is between him and McMillan, I think he might try and force it to Evans a little bit more. But yeah, obviously they still got to win out, so they're gonna try to win first. Adam Thielen or Josh Downs? I'm on Josh Downs. Kendra Miller or Spears? I think I'm gonna go Spears. I think I am. Alrighty, guys. Well, that wraps it up for me today. Thank you for joining us. Go win that championship. Let us know. Tweet at us. Throw it on a video. Wherever you get your content from us. And just let us know how that championship game went. Let us know how the start and sit went. Because we want to hear it. We want to celebrate with you guys. If you win, obviously if we helped you out, we'd love to hear about it. If we made it so you lost, we'll take the criticism as well. But we definitely want to hear about those championships. So I'll answer this last question, and then I am going to head out. Pittman with Flacco or Hill with no Tua and bad weather? I still think I'm going to go Hill. Pittman's been so abysmal this year, so I'm gonna still stick with Hill there. Alrighty, guys. Go win those championships, and we will see you later. Deuces.